What excites me the most is that it is such a well-written play, such a classic play. There are a lot of subtleties. Nothing is really black and white. That really excites me. People walk out debating, why did this happen? Whose fault was it? What happens to them afterwards? Do Catherine and Rodolfo live happily ever after, or don't they? Who was at fault? Who wasn't at fault? Was everybody at fault? I think that's what's the most exciting thing, is really delving into such a rich play. It's special when you get the chance to do a masterpiece like this and really get your teeth around it. I think Eddie's tragic flaw is, I think Alfieri puts it very well. I think he loves too much. He loves Catherine too much, if you can do that. And I think, and this is something that every parent has to deal with, is it's very difficult to let go of your child. Ricardo asked a question when we met a few weeks ago, and he said, well, what if it wasn't Rodolfo, this Italian immigrant? What if it was that she does go and works in a New York, in Manhattan office, and she's working, say, with lawyers or whatever, and she meets a guy there? Would he still have a problem with it? That's a great question, and I think he would. I think he would. I think there are also cultural things that lead to his tragic flaw. And this may be another tragic flaw of seeing, of having a very set idea of what is a man and what isn't a man, and how should a man behave and not behave. And what he sees in Rodolfo is the antithesis of what he's grown up to believe. His father came from Italy. And I've seen sometimes, with people I know, people who are second generation, that there sometimes is a tendency to over-embrace the ways of the old world, to try and maintain them even in the new world. And I think that plays a big part. Like I said before, what is a man? What is a worker? A real man doesn't sing when he's unloading ships. This guy, he cooks? He makes dresses. That's a real man. He spends money. A real man saves his money and sacrifices for his family. And I think that is very much, that very much drives his worldview. Eddie's relationship with Catherine, I can only talk about it from my point of view as Eddie. Other people will obviously, when they see the play, will make their own conclusions. I think he sees Catherine as his daughter. I think he feels that he's as his daughter. He's raised her that way. He feels a deep responsibility towards her. I think where he makes a mistake is clinging to the idea that she's a little girl. And I think he is disturbed. I think there's that disturbance of, wait, she's a little girl, but she looks like a woman. So he has to worry about it now. Now the girl is developing. She's not a little girl. She's developing. She's becoming a more sexual being, which he's having a hard time with, which also is a reminder that eventually she's going to leave the house, right? So I think that's kind of, it's complicated. I think audiences should come see this, because anytime you have an opportunity to see what I would consider a modern masterpiece of theater, it's well worth going to see. Just like people go to see Shakespeare, and Chicago Shakespeare's here, and they do stuff all the time. It's not all the time that you get to see an Arthur Miller play, for that matter. So I think any time that an Arthur Miller or William Soroy a Eugene O'Neill production comes up, or a Chekhov, you should try and go see it, because those are real works of art that are enriching and will leave you, or you will leave the theater thinking about it and talking about it and commenting on it.